may sound like a silly question, but
No questions are silly.
cool. What I tell my prospect. So, like you said, you've hammered on it a number of times. Especially if you have a great product, right? You as the buyer, you're not going to buy it unless you experience it, unless you have a couple of people that you know have bought it. So, if all of that is really indicative of you actually making the decision to buy a product or a service, can you share, in your opinion, what skills outside of follow-up and managing the sales process the salesperson actually should have? Because at the end of the day, your decision is based on your experience, and of course, the salesperson, yeah, they have to give you context, why the benefits are, but like after that, like what else, in your opinion, should the salesperson have as a skill in order to be impactful?
The salesperson, it's a great question, right? The salesperson needs to be a giver. And like I really believe that they have to, today, the salesperson has to have a mentality. So historically, the salesperson had a mentality of I'm going to limit your access, right? I'm going to control the access to information. I want it all to come through me. That was kind of the old way of doing sales, right? So as a salesperson, we were actually limiters. We weren't givers. We were takers, right? And now we have to shift, right, to be givers of information. So if you can't give the product away, right, and if you don't have the reference or the referral or the social proof to give away, then you can give education and you can give value and insight, right? And you can give, context. So you can say, for instance, I'll give you a good example, right? So it could be someone coming to me and saying, you know what, you're a VP of sales, you're a VP of sales and CS, right? I thought you'd really love this article that I read about the blurring between sales and CS. Maybe something I already saw, maybe something I didn't see, but valuable for me. Even if that had nothing to do with that product, right? They've given me something, and that's going to give them, I'm going to be much more likely to potentially give them a chance than if someone just is asking for my time, right? Jill Rowley, who's a good friend of mine, who I love, she uses I don't want to steal it from her, because she uses this analogy of a bank, right? And when we ask, when there's nothing in the bank account, because you don't know this person and you're just cold calling them, right? There's zero in the bank account, and you ask for 20 minutes of my time, right? You got nothing in there. Like you haven't made a single deposit, so you can't take 15 minutes, right? If you send me that article, right? If you tell me, listen, I saw something that you posted, or you just based on your title, I'm going to assume this, and I'm going to send you some content, or then you're filling up the bank. So that when you ask for 15 minutes, I'm going to be much more likely, because you filled up the bank with something, right, than I am if you started from nowhere, right? So I'm a big believer in, I do read some of the cold emails I get. I do not read the ones that are like, this is all about me and all about me and all about me, and can I have 15 minutes of your time? Nope, right? But I do read the ones that are, hey, this is all about you. Even if they didn't get it, even if they were off a little bit, at least they tried. And so maybe they got 5 cents. So, the second time or third time, maybe I'll finally give them a.
Just very quickly at the same time, John Barrow speaks about this a lot. There is such a thing as giving too much, because then they'll walk all over you, right? So there's.
Yeah, I mean, John definitely talks about the scorecard and the balance and the give-get, and I agree with that when you're in the middle of a sales cycle. When you're prospecting, all about giving. Once you're in a sales cycle, then yes, you got to kind of do the give-get, and you got to negotiate it, and you got to make sure that you're not getting walked on, and you have leverage, and blah, blah, blah. But like John's talking about it as from an opportunity. You were asking about prospecting.